Okay, this is Coach Des here. Week 8, as you can see, I was 9 for 6. Overall, I'm 78 for 44. Upsets, I was 3 for 3 because I picked the 49ers over the Bears, the Eagles over the Lions, and the Cowboys over the Vikings. So upsets, I'm still not that great at. So I was 10 for 19. So let's get into week 9. Okay, there's a lot of changes and upsets that's going to happen in week 9. So I'll try to give you the best advice I can on the teams that you're going to play. So I picked the Colts over the Jets, even though that game has already been played, but I think everybody picked the Colts over the Jets. I picked the Colts by 9 because the Colts averaged 32 points per game and the Jets only averaged 24 points per game. And the Jets give up 20.9 points per game, and the Colts only give up 16 points per game, and that's the reason why I picked the Colts by 9. So let's go on. Browns versus the Bengals. Bengals give up 27 point. They average 27.5 points per game. Browns is 22.9. Browns also only give up 22.5 points per game, whereas the Bengals give up 20 points per game. So even if I take that in consideration, I still got the Bengals by 4. Okay. Broncos versus the Cowboys. I got the Cowboys to upset the Broncos. One, because you gave away one of your best defensive players. That's gotta hurt. And my quarterback is back, so I gotta go woohoo and get it for my Cowboys. Play light. Don't try to overdo it. Look for opportunities. And don't thread the needle between two defenders, okay? Just take short passes. You got 2 running backs back there. And you got two wide receivers and a tight end that you can go to. Short passes only, okay? Cowboys average 32 points per game. They give up 23. Broncos average 19.6 points per game, and they give up 17. So that's the reason why I got the Cowboys by 15. Okay, Texans versus the Dolphins. Somebody got to win, right? And usually, like I said, when I say somebody got to win, I usually go with the home field advantage. So Dolphins average 17 points per game, but they give up 29. Texans average 14.9 points per game, but they give up 30. And like I said, I got to go with the home field. The quarterback is just now getting back into his groove, so I got the Dolphins by 2. Okay, Falcons versus the Saints. Saints need to get back into their groove, and Falcons also seem to be on the rise, but I think this is where the Saints will take this. Saints average 25 points per game. They give up 18.3. Falcons average 21 points a game, but they give up 27.9. With the defense like that, I have to go with the Saints by 9. Okay, Raiders versus the Giants. Well, of all the problems that the Raiders are having, boy, I just can't wish that much bad luck on them. You know, you're young. You gotta be smarter than that. I can't tell you enough. Yes, my husband drinks, but you know what? I'm the designated driver. Always will be. You know, I've stopped drinking 41 years ago, haven't picked it up, and I won't. Only because my frat brothers, I know I don't even think they remember that day trying to get out of a moving car going down Capitol. I remember that day, and I think that's why I became the designated driver. I wanted to be that because I don't want to see a loss of life. So with that being said, I still give the game to the Raiders. They average 25.7 points per game. They give up 23.7. The Giants average 19.5 points per game. They give up 25. So I went with the Raiders by 7. Patriots versus the Panthers. This is where I told you, your quarterback, he's new, but he's coming into himself. And he's going to come into himself a big way today. Look, again, short passes. If you see one-on-one, go for it. But don't do it between two defenders, okay? Patriots is 25.8 points per game. They give up 20.5. Panthers average 20.6 points per game. They give up 19.8. I got the Patriots by 8. Bills versus the Jaguars. You know, this ain't no game. So, Bills average 32.7 points per game. They give up 15.6. Jaguars average 17.6 per game. They give up 29. I got the Bills by 15. Again, I can't say this enough. Don't look at teams as if, well, that's not a team. Let's focus on the next team. No. Every team that's in the league is a professional team. Believe me when I say they coming to play you, you need to play them. Don't skip over them because they have a bad season and look on to next week's game. Focus on the game that's in front of you, okay? All right. Vikings versus the Ravens. The Vikings average 23.3 points per game. They give up 22.4. The Ravens average 26.7 points per game. They give up 23.4. Vikings don't like to play outside. Ravens is used to their weather. And I don't know, maybe it's going to be warm there. But I got the Ravens by 4. Chargers versus the Eagles. This is my upset game. Okay. Chargers average 21.9 points per game. They give up 22.1. Eagles average 25.4 points per game. They give up 24.9. This is going to be a very close game. I do have to give it to the Eagles because one is outdoors. Chargers don't like that kind of weather. It's cold for them. Maybe they've been practicing outdoors. I don't know. I don't think so. So I give it to the Eagles by 3. All right. Packers versus the Chiefs. I got a lot to say about this game. Listen. When people were coming to me and asking me, was I going to get vaccinated? I said, I have to do my research. I'm not going to tell you yay or nay or who to go to or who not to go to because I don't want that to be a burden on my shoulders. So what I told people is you got to do your research. I'm doing my research. I want to know who was more effective and who was least effective. And I'm not going to name the 3 vaccines because I don't want to know them to know who I'm fully vaccinated. But I chose the one that I chose because I found out they were more effective and they were least likely for me. If I caught it again, I would not get that sick, ill, or have to go to the hospital or die from it. My parents came down with it. I had to take care of them. I did come back with a negative test, which is good for me because I'm still taking care of them. You know, I got my father back up and walking again. He's doing light work, you know. I did get on them about wanting to give up and not fighting. You didn't teach us to give up. You taught us to be fighters. And if you want something in life, you got to strive to get it and work hard for it. So I'm not going to get on this quarterback for misleading the public. Okay, that's your choice. Y'all do what y'all want. But again, like I always say, next man up. You got to prove yourself. Now, I'm going to tell you, I hope this is some helpful hint and somehow somebody get the word to you. Chiefs like to run to the left. And I don't know why, but that's their pattern. They run more to the left than they do to the right. They also, like they 2 receivers, he will thread it to the one between the 2 defenders. But if he's 3 wide, it's going to get picked off. So My advice to that quarterback is this. That's defense. I'm just telling you defense, what you need to prepare for. They like to run to the left. So that right side, they're not going to shoot on the first shot. They're going to try to run it. So what you need to do is bring one of your safeties up. Be there on that right side. Take your other safety and your outside lineman or your DB, and you run with the one receiver that he likes to go to. And then you should be able to stop them at the line of scrimmage each and every time. That's number one. On offense, you're going to get nervous. I understand that. But this is what I want you to do. You got a deep ball. Don't throw it. If it's one-on-one, throw it. If it's two or more and you're trying to thread the DB, that's when you get into trouble. Don't do it. Look for short passes. You're good at short passes. Or run the ball. Just run the ball. Okay? Make them stop y'all at the line of scrimmage. See what you come up with. Change the play at the line. And then go for the short passes. If it's one-on-one, go for the long passes. But not until you see what the defense is doing. Get up there when it's 15 seconds left, before the clock run out, and survey the field. See what type of play they're going to run. Okay? Now, I want you to have a good game. I got you to have a good game. But unfortunately, the Packers average 24 points per game. You give up 20 points.